Dance with Intention, it's week 5. Here we are on our second to last week because we're doing a 6-week session this time. Continuing from last week's lesson, we are bending, shifting, and rounding the slot. We did it with a sugar push, a right side underarm, and a whip. So we're going to take a look at the first few simple ones, which were, of course, sugar pushes. Do you want to lead or should I?
Okay.
All right, great. So we did a sugar push, taking the rounding of the slot. So leaders taking that angle on 2, rounding 3 and 4, and then bringing your follower back to the slot where you started for 5 and 6. All the way through it would look like this: 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. We made sure that you were angling on count 2 as you take in the compression for 3 and send away on 4. Then we also talked about the leaders using the hand with the frame. Of course, you're drifting and sending a slight signal for your follower to go that way, but you're also moving your own body, and you can see that your footwork does shift back into the slot. Obviously for me it takes a lot more travel than the leader, so I don't want my leaders doing a lot of travel because I'm further from that point, so it should be me traveling more than the leader's footwork. Our next one we did was the sugar push where what did we do? Drawing a blank. It's taking a step to the side, so shifting over to the follower's left, leader's right. When we did this one, you took a step on count 4, leaders. What? Yeah, this way. You took a step on count 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you traveled for the 5 and 6, 5 and 6. We don't want to cut off our feet, so we'll scooch back a little bit. On 4, you're not really pushing to make a big step on 4 and getting all the way over here. On 4, you just want a subtle pre-lead. Give your follower a sense that something's different. 1, 2, 3, and 4. She'll move with you on the 5 and the 6. She'll play catch up there. That's a nice shift. It doesn't go as well the other direction, so that way you want to think about, we didn't work on it in class. If you're going that way, then it's back to, now we're moving this way and all that good stuff. So we took our bend of the slot in the perpendicular action with the sugar push from last week. We did our sugar push, bending the slot, shooting your follower back. Now, reversing this direction, we want to get back to where we were, a right side underarm pass. So leaders lead 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. We talked about this in class a lot, that there's a rounded energy. Your follower's not going to know. She's going to keep doing linear passing you. It's a right side underarm pass. So you have to round her own rotation. Here's where you're rounding it to send her away from you back where she came from in the perpendicular position. Yes, so we'll do it from the other side. Sugar push to the camera, underarm catch, round 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. It's not so much pushing your follower away as it is you're catching your follower on the back, and as you're catching on the back, you're rounding out the rotation and looking to keep sending circular energy. So don't think of just like pushing her from one direction to the next. Make sure you're kind of catching and rounding her or him, and then release them out back where they came from. The last one we learned today is the whip with a 270. So typical basic whip will look like this: walk, walk, triple step, 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 triple step. Some of us forgot what a basic J hook entrance whip looks like. We also want you to make sure you give us a way action coming in. There's a breathe, a stretch inside of whip. It looks like this: 1, 2, 3, away, then come towards, send away, finish and anchor. All of that still exists, in your 270 whip, we will end up facing this direction towards the camera with the 270, which looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, go 5, 6, 7, and 8. On the 270, the leaders have to make sure that they go all the way and take their follower around to the other side. 3 and 4, all the way around, finishing exiting 5 and 6, 7 and 8. Biggest thing we saw here was what, Mark? What did we see from our leaders? I saw a lot of keeping your follower tight and close and then kind of running around, right? So you want to make sure that you're still doing all the same basic footwork. What's happening isn't like making it a ride or a one-footed spin action. It's that when you've collected your energy from this direction, you rotate your own body, not to send them out here, but to send them all the way out to the camera. Yes? So you rotate, you over rotate, you go beyond the basic slotting position, leaders, and your followers will follow you. So don't worry about catching them and then pulling them around and then being like, goodbye. That's what I ended up seeing a little bit.
Yeah, everyone has to maintain their frame for this to really work properly, for us to have this distance and to be able to do that. And that goes double for the leaders. Leaders, we don't really talk about you maintaining your frame through all of this, but it means that your arms need to stay connected to your chest so that when your chest moves, your arm goes with it. And that's what we're going to use to move our follower around as we're orbiting our follower during this move.
Good. That's all we have for today, you guys. Great job. We'll see you next time.